Yo, what's going on? Scotty Eaton here, aka Scott Free, and I am finally making this video about my experience at the Targeted Justice rally in Washington, D.C. That was last month, October 18th through the 22nd. And I did make one video while I was there, uploaded it like a week or two ago on my channel, but I wanted to make this one just to summarize how it was. And the main thing I want to talk about in this video is my meeting with a Congress House representative, Mickey Sherrill, a New Jersey representative in my district of North New Jersey. And unfortunately, she was actually a little too busy to meet me. However, her assistant, David Michaels, he was available, and he was the one that did indeed give me a meeting, and it was a great experience. The whole weekend was from Friday to Tuesday, and I have to thank Diana, my good friend, who let me stay at her house for the weekend. I really appreciate that, and we had a great time. Every single day, it was meeting up around the White House. Protesting, doing whatever type of activism we can, holding up signs, handing out brochures, handing out flyers. I got to meet another good friend that I saw on YouTube that I subscribed to a while ago, but just never met her, Megan. She posts a lot of videos on her channel all the time about gang stalking and other videos at other rallies as well. I think she posted one from like Sacramento or California, not or Portland, I mean, sorry. But yeah, she posts a lot of great videos too, and I did an interview with her as well. So yeah, every single day was great. It was meeting up with people, doing protests, and handing out information as much as we could from the White House to the Union Station on Sunday when it was raining. Then on Monday we kind of stayed around the area of the White House on the streets on different corners, and we had like different groups, and it was good. I got to meet a lot of people I've talked to, like I said, and a lot of new people as well. So it was a great experience. Went out to dinner every night with everybody. I got to also bring out another friend, Kyle, who saw me on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter as well, and he hit me up, and I got him to come out. He was a little nervous because he never went to any TI events and never talked to any other TIs at all. So it was a good feeling to get someone out there that wasn't going to go anyway. And it was really just a great overall fun experience. Got to meet everybody, make new friends, and network with more TIs as well. And it really was kind of like the icing on the cake at the end of the weekend to get that meeting. On Sunday night when we went out to dinner, Richard from the website Targeted Justice that organized the rally, he told me a little bit about the meetings. He said sometimes they don't even want to talk to you. You got to get right to the point. Sometimes they don't even want to give you a minute or two. And yeah, sometimes they might even not even want to hear what you have to say. So I kind of went into the meeting with low expectations, but it really went great. And before that, like about a month before the rally in September, like he suggested on the website, I found a bunch of House representatives in my district. I emailed them, reaching out to them. They all got back to me. Some of them were too busy to have a meeting, but at least Mickey Sherrill's assistant, David Michaels, reached out to me, and he scheduled a meeting for that Tuesday afternoon. So I remember going there, and it was a pretty rainy day, so I got parking kind of close to the White House, about like a 5-6 minute walk to the Longhorn building directly across the street from the White House, and that's where the meeting was. So, yeah, I went to the building, walked through the metal detector, went up the elevator, found his room, and, it was a weird, cool feeling walking through the hallways of a building like that, seeing other politicians and Congress reps as well. So I went into his office, and his assistant was there. I sat down for a few minutes. He was, obviously busy going through his day, and he finally came in and introduced himself. Very nice guy. And the meeting went about as well as it could go. Right off the bat, we sat down and introduced myself, and I got right to it. I told him how that we were a bunch of people that are victims of gang stalking, targeted individuals. I told them how we organized a rally, and people flew in from all over the country, as far as out from Colorado, South Dakota. Another a friend that I made, this girl Lachey, she had 2 4-hour flights, then arrived in New York and had a 4-hour car ride from New York to DC. So seeing the the amount of time that people put into this to getting there and everything, it really inspires you and shows you exactly how strong we are when we come together and when we organize events like this. So I got right into it. I explained to him right off the bat the facts, and I said that this is a very serious issue that is literally killing people and torturing people, thousands or who knows how many of us there are out there right now, every single day. I had a brochure from the New York rally from National TI Day back on August 29th. I handed him that brochure. I said, I got right into the first part mentioning the technology. I said, there's technology out there that is leaked to the public. It is allowing criminals, just low-life scumbags, to gang stalk people from their own home. From what I've learned so far, it's a website that people can just simply log on. If you have access to it, then you're a gang stalker and you're a scumbag. And all you do is just locate anyone on the planet. And once you scan their brain into the system, boom, you got them. You can target them. You can read, visualize, and hear their thoughts, what they're saying to themselves inside their head, as well as visualize their thoughts in real time. Also, V2K, artificial telepathy, they can, beam voices into your head, talk to you all day long, and just try to annoy you and do anything they can to just mess up your day and just try to bring you down closer to their level. I showed them all the patents, all the legal U.S. patents, and that's what I recommend if you're talking to any congressman, any politicians, anyone, even a friend. You're trying to explain this to anyone. I start off with nothing but the facts. I show them the legit official U.S. patents that were made back in the 70s when this technology was first created. I mentioned Robert Duncan, the creator of V2K, who did that. I also mentioned Edward Snowden. David Michaels, he definitely knew who Edward Snowden was, so that helped too to get him familiar with this. And I explained to him that this is technology that was developed by the NSA and that has somehow leaked into the public. And there you can see each individual weapon, like the voice to skull, the remote neural monitoring, the directed energy weapons, all that stuff has each of those different things has their own U.S. patent. So he looked at the brochure, he saw all the facts I was laying out to him. I also mentioned how it's even been on the news before, not just small local news stations throughout the country, but even CNN mentioned a month or two ago about a bunch of U.S. diplomats that were being hit with directed energy weapons from either China or Cuba or another country like that. I forget which one, but this is a fact. It's not a what if, it's not a maybe. This is a fact, something that is going on every single day that we are all dealing with as targeted individuals. He listened to everything I had to say. He even wrote down notes to everything I was saying. He apologized. He said he was sorry that me and everyone else out there who are the victims are going through this. And he definitely listened to every single thing I said. He was very, very polite. He gave me about like a good 10 minutes to have a meeting with him and to let him know everything that's going on involving gang stalking. And he even thanked me for coming out all the way from Jersey. And he definitely was. Hey, who knows? He maybe won't even say anything at all. I don't know. But from the vibe that I got from him, he seemed like a guy that genuinely cared. He listened to everything I had to say, and like I said, he even wrote down a lot of notes as well, and he said he will definitely be looking into this. So I recommend anyone out there that is fighting, doing any type of protest or activism out there, no matter where you are in the country, you can go onto the website. It is House.gov/representatives. I'll also mention that, including the link in the info below in this video. You can also find it on the Targeted Justice website, the website that organized the rally. And I also heard about a week or two ago while I was watching one of Ella Free's new podcast videos that supposedly they're doing one this coming spring in DC. So I will definitely be there again. I encourage anyone else that is interested to definitely go. If you couldn't make it out to this one in October, you got another one coming up. So, there's definitely hope. And, you definitely got to stay strong, whether you're religious or not. I know a lot of people say this is a spiritual battle, and a lot of people get closer to God. If that's something you want to do, great. But either way, whether you are religious or not, this is definitely a battle of good versus evil. I've never encountered people that were more pathetic than the gang stalkers I have currently stalking me now, my old neighbors from Clifton, New Jersey. And I also have a few court cases coming up against them as well, too. I'll make another video talking about that as, it goes on. I don't want to make a video talking about that too much in detail before the court case, before the court date comes. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that, too. But yeah, this definitely shows that if you get out there and if you do something, good things can happen. I look at it as, if nothing happens whatsoever, even if nothing ever comes to an end with this, would you rather fight or would you rather just stand there and be a punching bag? I know people are shy. I know people have their reasons not to speak out, but I encourage anyone to fight. This is literally our lives that are at stake with this bullshit gang stalking, and a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So I encourage anyone to go onto the House Representative site and try to get a meeting with one of the Congress reps in your area, in your district. And whether or not you can get to D.C., every other rep has a location in your area as well. So I will definitely be emailing other Congress reps in my area, too, to try to get meetings in their office in my area of New Jersey. And another thing that I'm going to start doing, I mentioned this in my last video as well, Richmond, California. I think I made a mistake and I said Virginia because I'm familiar with that more than California. But in Richmond, California, they were able to actually get the police department and the mayor to not only listen, but to start an actual TI task force in the local police department. So they did that by going to council meetings. You got to get out there, whether you're by yourself or with another group of friends. You can go to your town council meeting every week or every other week. You got to check the schedule depending on what town you live in. But you can find the info and you can easily go there. And this reminds me of something that my friends did years ago when a good friend of ours, I ride BMX and skateboard a little bit. So when a good friend of ours, Joe Tizio, passed away about a week before 9/11, actually, we wanted to do something in his name. He was one of the greatest guys I've ever met, someone that I've always looked up to as a bigger brother, father figure type friend. And his death was something that hit all of us very hard. He was the guy that got a lot of us into riding. And once he passed away, we started going to council meetings and we said, hey, there should be a skate park. We wanted a skate park built. At the time, other towns in the area were doing it. And it was about 2001. It took us maybe 4 to 5 years before they actually got serious about it. And not too long after that, they actually built it. So that shows that if you get out there and you go to a council meeting and you stay consistent and you represent yourself well, you are well spoken and you show them that this is an issue that you care about, they'll listen. Maybe not the first time, maybe not the second, third, fourth, but if you keep going, they're gonna have to listen. So another thing that I'm gonna be doing is with other TIs in my area, North Jersey, New York, wherever, we're gonna start going to council meetings in each of our towns. Maybe the first week, me and a few friends start with Bloomfield. Maybe the next we start with another town in another area of New Jersey, and we stay consistent and we keep showing them the facts, telling them about gang stalking and the technology that is available today and the damage that is doing on innocent people's lives. So this is a very, very big and important issue that people need to know about. So if you want something done like they got accomplished in Richmond, that's the thing you got to do. So every town that we could get this started is a victory. It's only a win. And the fact that Michigan is a state that currently outlaws all types of electronic harassment, and now you got Richmond, California, a city that actually has a TI task force in its local police department. That alone shows that this is a real thing, that you can go and you can tell the councilman in your town. So they're going to have to listen, as time goes on and they show that we're serious about this, and this can happen to anyone. So that's something I encourage everyone to do. And also, like I said, with Congress, reach out to your representatives in Congress. This is a human rights violation. There's so many more issues, murder, harassment, stalking, voyeurism, aggravated assault, home break-ins, vehicle any type of harassment that you can think of, as well as first-degree murder. If you're a stalker, you're sitting there plotting on ruining someone's life. You're that miserable, pathetic, and low that is something that you enjoy doing. I don't care who you are. There's no excuse for that. So either way, you got to get out there and you got to fight, or you can choose to do nothing and stay silent. That's your choice. But I encourage you to get out there and do something like I did, and that I will continue to do. Like I always say, anyone that wants to talk, feel free to hit me up on social media. My Instagram and Twitter name is @Scott_free973. And you can email me, you can leave a comment. I'm always open to talk to new TIs. Since I've been opening up about this, I've gotten more subscribers every day. I appreciate that. And I get people hitting me up on Twitter, on Instagram, emailing me all the time now. And I'm still learning. I've only realized that I was a target last December, so it's coming up on almost a year now. But from what I've learned, listening to what they've been saying, I know that they've been targeting me for at least a few years now. These are my neighbors in Clifton, New Jersey. So I'll make more videos. I'll keep doing whatever I can to protest and fight. And anyone that wants to hit me up and talk and network, anything, even just a vent, I'm always available. And if I'm not, then I'll always try to get back to you as quick as I can. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave the link to the website in the video. And I encourage everyone to start with their town council and also reach out to their local House Congress reps and get a meeting. Get there. Go. You can go by yourself. You could bring a couple other TI friends of yours if you have others in your area. Strengthen numbers. And, definitely go out there and do whatever you can to get the word out to the people high up there in Congress, the ones that need to hear about this, because this is our lives we're fighting for. And, if any problem that comes to you in life, it's only going to get worse before it gets better, and it's on you to do something about it, to put an end to it, or to do whatever you can to improve the situation. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll be making another video shortly as well. See you guys later.